My name is Thomas Murray and I'm a student here at Texas Tech. In this video, I will be analyzing the question, what changes were made in El Paso, Texas after the mass shooting in 2019? As a person from El Paso, growing up I felt safe, like nothing could ever happen, and it was ingrained into my head all my life. El Paso is a generally quiet town and has always been safe, so when this mass shooting happened, killing more than 20 people, it really affected the community and myself. I know changes were made throughout the city, but many were blind to these changes as they weren't straight up obvious. When analyzing this question, I didn't just try to see what was implemented into social venues or public places. I also wanted to see the emotional toll that was taken on people. In trying to figure this out, I will interview an FBI analyst who was involved in the case of the mass shooting, and also a substitute teacher in the years after the shooting. By interviewing this person, I will find out about the security changes in schools, shopping centers, and workplaces. I will also take a peek into their personal feelings, trying to find out if they feel the same in terms of safety while living in the city of El Paso. To now dive into the changes made citywide, I will interview Linda Murray, a former FBI analyst and now substitute teacher, to give her insight on the tragic event. Hello, I'm Thomas Murray, and today I will be conducting an interview to get insight on the tragic event of the 2019 mass shooting in El Paso, Texas. Today I'm here with Linda Murray.
Hello, my name is Linda Murray, and I was an FBI analyst at the time of the shooting. I have since retired and work as a substitute teacher.
Okay, thank you for doing this. My first question is, what do you feel was the city's immediate response emotionally to the news of the shooting, including your own response?
Emotionally, everyone was shocked. It was a Saturday morning, and all FBI employees were called to go to work immediately. When there, we were told to contact all our family and relatives to make sure that everyone was okay.
All right. Now, as you were an FBI analyst at the time of the shooting, what did the FBI implement to bring higher level of security to El Paso? And if none, what were the obvious changes made to public centers such as grocery stores and malls?
The FBI already had policies and procedures implemented for shooters. That I know of, nothing new was implemented. As for stores and malls, extra security was put into effect and still in use. Some grocery stores even have law enforcement such as sheriffs and EPPD police.
I know that shortly after the shooting, you became a substitute teacher, and I wanted to get your insight on that. What changes did you see made in schools to increase security?
Schools must now have all doors locked during school hours. Every visitor must show an ID, and I'm not sure if all schools, but they also have district police on duty.
Staying in schools, did you feel like any students were maybe afraid or were impacted knowing that something so scary could happen, or did you feel as if no emotional toll was taking on the students?
I don't think students, especially the younger ones, know or understand the severity of these awful events.
Now, for my last question, how did you feel with your experiences after the shooting? Did you feel like El Paso was still as safe as they said it was? And did you have any doubts about going in public after the event?
Yes, El Paso is very safe. Right after the shooting, I was wary of going into stores, especially with my children. You have to remember that the shooter traveled a long distance to get to El Paso. He had no connection to our city.
Thank you. So thanks to Linda Murray and her insight, it's safe to say that the El Paso community was very shaken by the event. Police and security being implemented all over schools, extra identification being needed to enter buildings, and schools' classrooms being locked 24/7 were some of the changes made visually. But it seems that the emotional toll is what really changed in El Paso after the shooting. In video footage of the memorials taken by ABC and CBSN News, the community felt heavy grief, and in my interview with Linda Murray, you can see that there is hesitation and fear in trying to continue our day-to-day lives. So the effects on El Paso were more emotional than physical. The heavy hearts of people wondering why someone would do such a thing live with the community to this day, and that is the effect of violence on people. I'm Thomas Murray, and thank you for sharing your time with me and understanding the effect of El Paso's 2019 mass shooting and what it did to the people.